find the NFC South really interesting right now because Brady leaves and it's like, all right, it's wide open, right? And it's like, no, actually, the Buccaneers still have a lot of core players on that roster, but you do have several free agents. And as you go into this week and then free agency in a couple weeks, where do you kind of set the stage here and say, hey, are we rebuilding or are we still in this thing where we can win even without Tom Brady as our quarterback?
When one door closes, another one opens. And this is the time I can understand people having angst, seeing potentially some very good players leaving, retiring. But we have some time, and there's opportunities arise for other players.
A lot of those guys were homegrown on that championship team, and they're still homegrown. And it's really built here at the Combine.
Yeah, it sure is. You know, we've had a lot of players that we've taken in those mid-rounds that we, got excited about pre-Combine, but then post-Combine, even more excited about. Ali Marpet was one of them.
It changes a lot of things as far as where we're heading in free agency with Ryan and Cap and Stinney and all those guys. So yeah, we got to dive into more guys here than we probably would have had.
I'm excited for Ali as I've had time to let this digest.
He's tough, he's played injured, played at a super high level. Finally got the recognition he's deserved for the last 4 years this year when he made All-Pro and the Pro Bowl.
He left a lasting impression on the people that were around him that, hey, this is the way to be, this is the way to conduct yourself, the humility, the integrity, the wonderful spirit that he is.
Still young to start his career after football, which is, still as young as some people starting their regular professional career.
When okay, we might have thought Ali's out, now we know Ali's out. Do you allocate resources differently?
Yeah, you do, because obviously we got money back we didn't want back. We'd rather have the player, but we got money we didn't have to maybe definitely get Ryan, hopefully get Cap and Stinney back.
Yeah, and you look at the veterans in that building, whether it's Levante David or Mike Evans, and you almost feel like now that they've got that Super Bowl, there's almost a different air to those guys, not only in the building, but around the league.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a different feel in our building, and it started, I would say, even pre-Brady when Bruce came on board, and then Brady, and then all of us. We have a ton of players that we owe credit for getting us where we have been in the last couple of years. It's not just Tom, but Tom's brought the best out of everybody.
Coach, can we talk about filling the shoes of Tom Brady and how you guys plan to address that if you are in the draft and what you're looking for in a prospect?
Well, we addressed it last year. We drafted Kyle Trask #2 for a reason. Fits everything that we want to do as a quarterback, and really like what I saw for a year. So I doubt drafting is an option.
We want to put the best possible quarterback out there, quarterbacks out there next year. We have one under contract right now with Kyle. Feel very good about him. He would be a much higher pick this year if he were in this year's draft.
He's going to be compared to Tom, and I think the good thing about Kyle is I don't think that won't faze him. He's been through adversity before. If you followed his college career, it was super unique in that he didn't get to play very much at Florida, but when he did, he took advantage of it.
Trades are just out of the question, I think. You gotta have a partner. These guys aren't just willingly calling you, hey, you want my guy? Who's behind door number 2 for them? So I don't see very many of these guys getting traded.
There's a lot of doors to look behind. There's a lot of doors that get shut. There's a lot of doors that were never gonna be open.
Bruce, how is it possible that a guy like Gabbard, who had all those coordinators and coaches at 32, can now suddenly become more than what other people see about him?
Yeah, he's been in about 8 systems, but he's been in this one 5 years. And he was crucial to Tom's development, and he's got the answers to the test. Now, does he still have the skill level to do it? I think so.
This is not your first Combine. You've been doing this for 20 plus years. Do you still get excited being here in Indy? Looking at this and saying, this is roster building time. This is where our GM really makes his bones. When you get here and you see the same hallways and the same faces, does it still give you a thrill even after the Super Bowl championship with the Bucs?
My goal coming in here was to eventually have everybody seeing things on the same plane, eye to eye,
We have an understanding of what a Buccaneer looks like right now. Like, we came up with that moniker, I am that man. We believe in that. You know, it led us to people like Vita, it led us to people like Tristan, Chris Godwin, Sean Murphy-Bunting. We have 7 draft picks this year. We're trying to hit 7 home runs. And if we can do that, it puts us ahead of the curve of the rest of the league.
It's always been in our DNA to find that diamond in the rough. It does give you a little bit extra juice.
First of all, you watch the tape before you come, because you'll fall in love with a guy running 4.3 out here who can't play dead.
We have a great staff. I think we've proven here in Tampa that the way we built this team, you know, the draft picks we made, the free agents that we signed, led us to have the opportunity to sign Tom. He wasn't just going to sign anywhere.
Give me the power.
I mean, you can't stop guys from retiring, but you can replace them at the best value you possibly can and then coach them up. Our guys are going to be very competitive, and we don't have anything but winning our division on our mind again.
There's a high standard that's been set, and the work that's been put in by our players, the expectations that they've dealt with, I think it sets the tone for the future.
All right, we got to get you out of here. Some things that are underappreciated, Charles, is the fact that he's dealing with an Achilles injury. He's got to get down off the podium. He's been playing hurt for a while. And then he's got to go back up on the podium. So we hope he can handle both of those, Coach.
Yeah, these stairs are no fun.
And the evening's supposed to be going out to dinner for you. It's rehab, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, at a bar.
At a bar.
Coach, always good to see you.
You
Thanks
too,
for
brother.
coming by.